Alright team, so I'm just going to run you through our 30-day pull-up challenge. Now, I had someone in the group last week say to me, oh, I don't think I'll jump in on this one. I'm not able to do a pull-up, so I'll jump in when I'm able to do my first pull-up. That is nonsense, okay? That the people who can't do pull-ups is exactly who this challenge is for. You know, saying I'll jump in when I'm able to do my first pull-up is kind of like saying, oh, I'll start eating good food when I'm not fat anymore. You know, it's just not going to happen. Or, you know, I'll start acting like a successful business person when I have a successful business. It's just not happening, okay? We got to put in this work to make it happen. So the first one we're going to use is our inverted row. Very straightforward. We're going to set our bar up at chest height, okay? So just level with our chest. We're going to grab a overhand grip. Now you'll see that I have my bar locked in so that the frame here, I'm pulling against this. If I'm pulling in the other direction, if there's a chance the bar is going to slip, it's going to be more likely to happen to slip out that way if I'm pulling on my weight that way. So I'm pulling back in against the frame. Okay, I have this nice and secure. I'm just going to step like a foot forward. Okay, all I'm doing now is lowering back. Okay, big inhale at the bottom, arch my back, and pull the chest to the bar. Okay, so on this one, we're going to aim for 12 to 15 reps. If we can easily do 15 reps, it's too easy, okay? It means we need to lower the bar down. The flatter we are, the more horizontal we are to the ground, and the harder this exercise is going to be. So we can actually lower the bar down, or we can raise up our feet. I'm just going to show you here using this little step. Now, doing this inverted row, lads, if we fall, we're going to get a good slap. So I would suggest just grabbing like a pillow or a cushion or something off your couch, throwing it down behind where you are, just in case. Just in case the bar does slip, we're not going to bang our head off the ground. I don't want to take responsibility for anyone getting knocked out here. So our feet are up on the step. Same thing, big inhale, pulling our chest to the bar. Okay, if that's still easy, we can actually go for a little bit of a higher step. Here I'm just going to show you with a chair. Okay, and that's our first exercise. So inverted row, great way for us to build up to doing our first pull-up. Now we're going to practice on our chin up, which is basically the opposite grip. Our palms are facing back towards our face. Okay, and we're just going to work on slow negatives first. So what that means is we start with our chin above the bar. Now we're going to take all the weight off the ground and lower down slow as we can. So the slower you can go down, the more strength you're going to build. When we get to the bottom, just rebreathe and use our legs to do a chin up. The more you use your legs, obviously the easier it's going to be. So we want to use as little of our legs as we can. Just try and make sure that we're letting ourselves like fully extend before we put our feet on the ground. And eventually, if you keep doing this, you'll be at the bottom position. We won't have to use our legs that much, and we can pull ourselves back up. So with our chin up, we're going to aim for 10 to 12 reps, okay? And what we're going to do, we're just going to do 3 sets of each. This should literally take like 10 minutes or less, lads. All right, so 10 minutes a day. You do this every day for a month, you'll be much closer to doing your first chin up or pull up, if not actually able to do it. Right, so if you are a little bit more advanced and maybe able to do 1 or 2 pull-ups or 1 or 2 chin-ups, we can actually start with the bar up higher, so just about head height, and basically making sure that we have enough room for our head when our chin's above the bar. And when we're hanging down in full position, you know, our knees shouldn't be touching the ground. That's roughly the position we want to be in. If you're a bit taller, you know, you might have to just concentrate on having enough room here for your head, and then whatever's at the bottom is whatever's at the bottom. All right, so with this one, we're going to again go with our pull-up grip first, palms facing away from us, okay? And we're going to do a pull-up if we can. So if we can do a pull-up, chest to the bar, brilliant. Remember, a lot of people make the mistake, they're trying to pull themselves up and they're reaching forward, and they're reaching their chin for the bar all the time. Look, if that's all we can do with not the best form, that's okay to start. but we do want to try to be building up to actually pull our chest to the bar, not our chin. So big inhale. Now, if we can't do one pull-up, we go straight starting on our slow negatives. If we can do one, we do one or two or as many as we can, and then we move to slow negatives. Okay, so for our slow negatives, again, we're just going to jump or use a little bit of a step to get above the bar. And now slow as we can down. When we're at the bottom, now we can use our feet for a little bit of assistance to come back up again. And a little bit of a jump to finish. Slowly down. So again, just use a bit of assistance in our legs to pull us up. Bit of a jump to finish. And slowly down. Okay, so again, we're going to go with 3 sets of 10 to 12 on the pull-ups. Then we're going to take a little break and we're going to go to our chin-ups, which is just our hands facing in the opposite direction. Chin-ups are a bit easier, that's why we're doing them second. So now our hands are facing, palms facing back towards our face. Same thing, a little bit of a jump or a step to get your chin above the bar. And slowly down. Bit of assistance back up. And jump. And slowly down. Now with this one again, if the bar slips, we're probably going to get a good slap for knees off the ground. So I would suggest putting a cushion underneath, just to make sure that doesn't happen. Okay, so team, there's a couple of methods. Doesn't matter where you're starting, how weak you are, how much overweight you are, there's something there for everyone, okay? So it's just about starting where you're able and progressing. You might be able to do a pull-up by the end of the month, but you'll definitely be better than you were if you do this every day. Like I said, it's less than 10 minutes.